There you are. Okay. Welcome to my series on finishing what I started. So I had a major life upheaval a little over a year ago now, aka the breakdown of a decade-long relationship. And ever since, all the projects that I was working on during that upheaval, I had to put on pause. I had to move a few times in the span of a year, and there's still some boxes I haven't unpacked, and my creativity was zapped, my will to read was zapped, my ability to concentrate was zapped. I had all these projects going, including this channel, and I just hadn't been able to work on them, and I also didn't want to force anything because I'd really felt like I reached a level of emotional burnout where I just needed to start finishing what I started. I'd reached this level of emotional burnout where I just couldn't put any kind of pressure on myself. If I told myself I'm gonna knit today, that's 3 days that I would just be like, no, and feeling guilty about it. Same with reading, same with working on basically anything. And that's how I kind of gone a year losing and finding my creativity again. So right now, I'm settled in a new home. This is possibly the 5th configuration of the office so far. The wall is not what I want it to be. I don't know if you remember from my old videos, I had a cool wall. The wall is not what I want it to be. There's some soundproofing I put that's ugly that I don't like. I don't know how I feel about this curtain. And most importantly, I feel like I'm behind on so many things. So I figure I'm just gonna film myself completing projects. So we're gonna just go on this little journey together of me completing projects, including editing some of these videos. I think that'll be interesting. Off the top of my head, there's a lot of craft projects. There's some knitting stuff, some cross stitch, some miniature building, there's a lot. There's various reading projects. I need to jump back into Les Mis. There's this. There's just staying on top of my reading. There's some writing projects that have joined my repertoire. There's some musical projects. There's my cats running around. So this is really exciting for me. And even if I don't finish this meta project of finishing projects, I still feel that every project that I finish will be a win. Especially because I've moved a few times recently, I realize I have too much stuff. I just straight up have too much stuff. And I really like my stuff because my stuff is mostly art material and books. So I've put myself on a no-buy. I have only really acquired new stuff through gifts, but I've put myself on a pretty strict no-buy for the past few months, which has been fantastic for my wallet and fantastic for me and for my space because I don't know where my current stuff is gonna go. Again, this is not a finalized desk. So, the reason I want to return to all these art projects is I have so much of raw art material and half-finished projects that are taking up space, and they spark joy. There's still things I want to do, so let's just do them. I don't need new stuff. This is like an anti-consumption recession thing because I don't need to buy more stuff. I went through that phase recently, but because I don't need to buy more stuff. I have so many projects to finish. One thing that I've been meaning to finish / pick back up, I just started working on again, and I realized that filming this process can be really fun, just to have a little time lapse, but also just to document. So this was the first miniature that I ordered, the first miniature kit, and it's this one. It's the little garden. I'm gonna show you footage of where I'm at so far. I just don't feel like filming that right now. Insert footage here. So basically what I haven't done on that one, in case you didn't see, is all these leaves and a couple of these flowers. So basically it's because I didn't feel like cutting out this and gluing it to wire just to make cool vines. But I really love this little garden and I want to finish it. And also I want to get another one of these kits, but I can't justify buying another one and taking up more space if I don't finish this one. So before I turned on filming, I started cutting out some pieces. What's my nicest one so far? I had a lot of perfectionism when I first started working on these. There it is. Yeah, look at my little leaf. And it's off. I lost my little leaf. I lost my little leaf. Okay, my little leaf was lost. I will find it when I clean the floor. But really what I wanted to show you is it has a little printed pattern and it's double-sided. So it's not like I have to glue them together. I actually just need to make a little hole and then I'll have a plant. So what I'm making right now, let me show you the plant I'm working on right now. It's bonsai number 12. I made bonsai number 13 and I think this is where I quit. So he's hanging out somewhere in that old model. And I also have bonsai number 14. And then some flowers and then those big vines. So I feel like I kind of have a lot to do. I'm gonna feed the cats, put on a podcast, and get back to it and just put a little time lapse. Okay, so one thing that I want to be in these videos is honest, because if you want overproduced, you know, good quality, well filmed, zoomed in, aesthetically pleasing videos, that's not the vibe. It's not the vibe we're hanging out as pals. Okay, so my glue, dry a little. I don't know, I could probably add a solvent to it, but I don't want to. My other glue, you saw me stick a needle in it. I think I put it back in this little pouch. I'll put this one back too. My other glue, also dry. So I have two options. I have an actual glue stick, which I might try for the leaves. We'll see how it goes. And I have a glue gun. I think I've used this thing once. I'm a little bit scared. Okay, I have to unplug the Roomba. Hey, come on, glue gun. So I have this little flower pot, and what I'm gonna do, well, it's a bead basically. I'm gonna glue gun the inner rim here and put the stems in it. Though now I'm debating because I feel like it's gonna be easier to stick the leaves on the stems now? Question mark. I mean, this thing needs to load or whatever anyway. Heat up, that's the word I was looking for. This thing needs to heat up anyway. So I can, yeah, put my leaves on the stems first, because then also I'll have a good sense of leaf distribution, and then I can glue them. And I can also see if this will work. I don't know. I'm not feeling good about this, but we'll find out. Okay, I did not believe. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but my hands were shaking through most of this. Like, and I fought the glue gun. I fought the little spider webs of the glue gun. But look, that's a plant. It's a little tiny plant. I kind of love it. I'm gonna give it another little bend. It's a little leggy here. I wonder if I can. I mean, that looks realistic though. It's just a lot of my plants are leggy. I can have it going more this way. Bend the wire a bit. Okay, I totally forgot how fun this was. I could readjust that a little. I have a little plant. Okay, yeah. So that's cool. So that's bonsai number 12 done. Just gonna let him hang out. Does he lie flat? I'm gonna have to glue him into the house anyway. Bonsai number 12 is done. It's time, I guess, to make bonsai 14 because it's the one I just made. Mine looks different, obviously. Now it's time to make this guy. And I'm gonna let the glue on this dry. I really love this little mat. I don't know how to clean the glue, so probably after I'm done doing this, I'm gonna look up what solvent is gonna help me get it off, and I hope it's something easy like isopropyl, because I have that. And yeah, I'm reading my book, and so far it's mostly just reminding me a lot of the Ryan Murphy TV show Ratchet about asylums, even though so far it's just like a history of the madness and insanity institutions. So far it's like this is how asylums opened in different parts of the world, in New England, in France. This is what the conditions were like. This is what the treatments were like, and the attitudes, and all those kinds of things. And now we're moving from the scary ones, the bad ones, the ones where it was, hey, come pay 4 pence and see the crazy people. Now we're talking about the method where the nice, I always forget, the Quakers had the institutions in New England. I'm very good at telling this. Can you tell I have a little bit of a headache? I'm trying to power through it, but so right now it's talking about Quaker-led institutions and how this was a problem for doctors because what they did at these institutions, instead of quasi drowning the patients, they let them garden and do arts and crafts and hang out with animals and have a little pastoral life, and they got better because they managed to calm down. But doctors were like, hey, this is supposed to be a medical thing. You're taking our jobs. So they're trying to re-medicalize things. Yeah. I know the book's like really controversial, and that's a big reason why I wanted to read it. So far I'm just summarizing. I'm not gonna give my thoughts quite yet, mostly because I enjoy holding 7 opinions at once. Okay, back to my book. Time to make my little thing, and I get to check my texts. It's so damn ugly. Ugh, it came out so crooked. But like, it's a plant, and plants are weird. I like this little detail of having the like raised, like this thing. Oh my god, there's so much glue coming off of it. Okay. Look, one evening, made 2 plants. They look like plants, so I'd say that's pretty successful. Gonna put these aside, hide them from the cats, clean up, call it a night. But I'd say day 1 of finishing projects that I started has been successful.